Hi, everyone, and welcome to Small Business Social, where we're dedicated to helping you discover your own personal business model and simplifying the process of creating, marketing, and growing that business. My name is Jill, and I am your host. If you are a small business owner or an entrepreneur, or just wish you could be one of those things, go ahead and click subscribe right down below, and you'll be notified every time I post a new video. I am so excited about today's topic because I'm a huge comedy fan. Can you imagine having fans that don't even buy your product or service, but follow you because they think you're hilarious? Now, that being said, it is important to know how to do it right. You can't cross the line. I mean, it's kind of easy to go from being hilarious to disrespectful, and there's a fine line in between. So you do not want to cross that line. So here's my tip. When you come up with content that you think is clever and funny, ask yourself two questions. One, do I think it's funny? And two, would my mother think this is disrespectful? If you can say yes and no to those questions, then you probably hit on something. So now, welcome to the Fox Social Media Awards. And yes, I made that up, and I gave all these people the title that I think they deserve. The first award goes to Smart Car, and they earned the Best Response Award for their reply to this tweet. Just take a look at this. How hilarious is this? They even added a graphic. A person named Clayton tweeted Smart Car saying, "Saw a bird had crapped on a smart car. Totaled it." And Smart Car's response was, "Couldn't have been one bird, Clayton. Sounds more like 4.5 million. Seriously, we did the math." And then they included a picture of how exactly you do math to figure out how many birds will have to poop on a car before it's totaled. Smart Car used an opportunity to be absolutely hilarious, and this, you can Google this and find this anywhere because so many people love this tweet. So they could have been defensive, they could have ignored it, they could have done a lot of things, but what their response was absolutely perfect. And next, the best way to celebrate a holiday by a brand award goes to Virgin America for this classic picture you're looking at now of the ramp person flagging in an aircraft with two turkey legs and wearing a bib at the same time. And as you can see, the caption's pretty hilarious now. Virgin America, happy Thanksgiving. You are now cleared to put on your sweatpants. Great job tying together both the holiday and their brand and adding humor as well. And the Best Burn Award goes to Moon Pie for this tweet. Hostess Snacks tweeted, "Hostess has declared Golden Cupcakes the official snack cake of the eclipse. Hashtag Solar Eclipse 2017. And Moon Pie's response was, "LOL, okay." That's all they needed to say. How hilarious. I love this one. And the Best Zinger Award goes to Hamburger Helper for this hilarious response. So a person, we're going to assume this is a younger person who still lives at home, tweeted, "Me, Mom, can we have Hamburger Helper for dinner tonight? Question mark. Mom, I have something better." And in it, he included a picture of something called Panburger Partner. How hilarious is that alone? Hamburger Helper replied, "Check your birth certificate." I think that's so funny. Just another great job, Hamburger Helper. And next, the Best Use of Sarcasm Award goes to Tesco Mobile. Now, let me just say that you have to be really careful when you use sarcasm as humor. So someone named Mr. Joe tweeted and said, "Worst thing about my mother not answering her phone is her voicemail reminding me that she's on the absolutely poverty Tesco Mobile." Well, Tesco Mobile's response was so hilarious. "Nah, the worst thing is your mother blatantly ignores your calls." Ooh, that was quite the burn there. Apparently it worked because this tweet shows up everywhere under, humorous tweets when you Google them. So apparently a lot of people thought this was funny. But again, you got to be really careful using sarcasm. And the Best Social Media Marketing for an Extremely Boring Product award goes to Charmin. Their tweets display their awesomeness. No explanation is even necessary. You just have to read these. And if I can even get through the first one without busting out laughing, I'll be surprised. So if you take a look at this first one, this was an article posted by BuzzFeed, and their caption alone is hilarious. So they get props too. But the caption is, police are looking for a female jogger who regularly poops along the path on her jogs. BuzzFeed's caption says, pull up a stool, squat on it, and read this because I am not blanking you. So funny. But Charmin just jumped into this conversation and said, if the hashtag mad pooper turns herself in, we'll give her a year's supply of TP to help her with her, in quotes, runs. I just think this is so funny. How great is Charmin on here? Now, how boring is toilet paper for one thing, but how awesome is this company who can use humor so well that people share their tweets all over the internet? So in this next tweet, Charmin tweeted, basically they jumped in on the hashtag that was trending that day, and the hashtag was without my morning coffee. So Charmin tweeted, without my morning coffee, tweeting from the seat would take a lot longer. Now check out this awesome use of jumping in on the trending hashtags and being super funny. Hashtag, how to get out of a conversation. Their reply, tell them you have to go. Hashtag tweet from the seat. And the tweet from the seat being Charmin's hashtag is a way that you can search tweet from the seat and not only see Charmin's tweets, but you can also see what other people replied to them. I just give so many props to this company for marketing their product in a way that makes everybody want to see their social media. And the best use of silly creativity award goes to Kraft Macaroni and Cheese. So Kraft Macaroni and Cheese tweets, costume idea. Attach one end of a noodle to your forehead. You're a mystical noodle corn. Hashtag 7-minute costumes. Okay, and they created a photo to go with it. So just silly, goofy, funny. I mean, how do you make macaroni and cheese interesting, especially when it comes in a dry box? So they had other people jump in on this tweet, which I loved. And one lady's name was Madison. She jumps in and says, how about you cover yourself in noodles? Bam, you are macaroni art. So they got some really great responses to this, and it generated this whole conversation about how to make your Halloween costume out of a box of dry macaroni and cheese. And the best use of humor when sharing your boring FAQs goes to Spirit Airlines. So Spirit Airlines posted a link to a very boring article on their website about a response to the question, can I change the name on my reservation? So their caption is, oops, did you make a spelling error on your name and find out how to fix it here? So basically the reason I'm slurring the words like that is because if you don't see this, they are spelled everything wrong just about in the caption. And it's funny because, like you said, we all do this and we know we do this. So it got our attention, and it's answering a question they probably get a million times. So good job, Spirit Airlines. And the best funny replies award goes to Wendy's. They are so entertaining on their Twitter account that people will tweet them random questions just to see what they'll tweet back. And in this next tweet, a man named Juan tweeted, Wendy's, my friends are hungry and talking about eating a Big Mac. What should I do? And Wendy's response was, make new friends. And in this last Wendy's example, a man named Austin tweeted, Wendy's, I need help writing my vows for my wedding. Please help. So Wendy's replies, I, Austin Morgan, promised to share my chicken nuggets with you, which is like a really big deal. I hope you guys are laughing and finding this as funny as I do. I get the biggest kick out of this stuff. I just think laughter is so important. And then I start wondering, who writes this stuff? I mean, do they have like stand-up comics, or do they have these really great writers from TV shows that are comedies or comedy movies, or, you know, who comes up with this stuff? They are so talented. I'm so impressed. And the next award is the Best Fake Feud Award, and it goes to 4 different companies. So Taco Bell, Old Spice, Captain Crunch, and KFC are all incredible at this. And as you can tell, these companies are clearly not competitors, but they probably do share very much of the same demographics. So how brilliant are they to work together to engage followers and grow both of their brands? So in the tweet you're looking at now, KFC is replying to someone named Claiborne. The captain is officially a has-been. Wonder what that's like. So Captain Crunch jumps into the conversation and says, at Colonel, KFC Colonel, sorry, you'll have to excuse me. I'm dealing with the U.S. Navy right now. No time for small potatoes or boneless chickens. Great reply. And the Best Celebrity Tweet Award goes to Drake Bell. He chose to jump in on a trending conversation, pull in a company into the mix, and be hilarious all at the same time. So his tweet got retweeted quite a bit. So Drake Bell says, in honor of Kim and Kanye's baby, Northwest, I will be naming my first son Taco. So Taco Bell replies, Drake Bell, can't wait. So this last award is called the Best Comeback Ever Award, and it goes to the Dallas Stars hockey team. Now, let me preface this by saying this one was really, really good because I am a huge Anaheim Ducks fan and was there when they won the Stanley Cup. Go Ducks. So it takes quite a bit for me to pick a tweet from the Dallas Stars as a winner. So what happened here was they were replying to a tweet that said, just 6 weeks until pitchers and catchers, everybody, meaning the pitchers and catchers were getting ready to report for spring training for baseball. And the Dallas Cowboys tweeted similarly in the category of nobody cares, ... the NHL is back. The NHL is the National Hockey League. Really bad. So here is what the Dallas Stars tweeted back. At least our number 9 got the job done, with a picture of Mike Modano holding the Stanley Cup above his head. And for those of you who don't know, the Stanley Cup is the biggest prize and the most difficult trophy in sports to win. And what they're referring to is that at the time, number 9 for the Cowboys was Tony Romo, who had never won a Super Bowl. And as a matter of fact, Dallas hadn't won a Super Bowl in 20 years at that point. So, touche, great response. So I hope you guys love these tweets as much as I did, and I hope it gives you some idea of how to use humor and inspires you to use humor, because you can make someone laugh. You have one of the best gifts. So thank you again for watching, and again, please subscribe to my channel by clicking that little red button below, and I will see you in the next video.